Have you ever had those days when you feel busy every single minute, replying to emails, jumping from task to task, always doing something, but by the end, realize you haven't accomplished anything truly meaningful? If so, you're not alone. This paradox is surprisingly common, and science has discovered several psychological reasons why we can be constantly occupied yet still feel unproductive. But don't worry. There are practical solutions rooted in research that can help break this cycle. First, let's talk about busyness itself. In our modern culture, being busy is sometimes worn as a badge of honor. We think if our to-do lists are long, we're doing well. Psychologists explain this as the busyiness bias. We tend to equate speed and jam-packed schedules with importance and productivity, even though research shows that constant motion doesn't equal real achievement. This bias tricks our minds into feeling accomplished, while real progress takes a back seat. One big culprit is multitasking. You might think handling emails, texting friends, and working on a report all at the same time makes you productive. However, science says otherwise. The human brain isn't wired for real multitasking. It actually task switches, rapidly jumping between tasks. This not only reduces efficiency, but also increases mistakes and zaps mental energy. Concentrating on one task at a time, known as single tasking, is far more effective. Every decision you make uses up a little of your brain's energy. By midday, after deciding what messages to answer, what project to tackle first, or even what to have for lunch, your decision power is depleted. This is called decision fatigue, and it often leads to poor choices or procrastination as the day wears on. To beat this, try batching small decisions, like planning your meals or outfits in advance, so your mind has more energy for important work. Have you noticed how some tasks always seem urgent even if they're not important? This is the urgency effect. Our brains are attracted to completing short, quick tasks, like answering emails or checking notifications, because finishing them feels rewarding. Unfortunately, these little wins often keep us from tackling the bigger, more meaningful projects. One fix is try using the Eisenhower matrix, a simple tool to sort tasks by urgency and importance to help focus on what truly matters. Trying to do everything perfectly can be a silent productivity killer. Perfectionism leads to overthinking, constant revisions, and sometimes the inability to finish at all. It's a mental trap officially recognized by psychologists. Over time, it leads to burnout or even avoiding tasks altogether. Progress, not perfection, should be your guiding principle. Set a clear boundary for when something is good enough and move forward. Our brains crave novelty and connection, which means it's easy to get sucked into news updates, social media, and countless group chats. This fear of missing out activates our dopamine system, making distractions hard to resist. But constantly checking your phone or browser cuts deep into real productivity by breaking your focus and wasting time on low-value activities. To fight, set specific times to check messages or social media, and turn off non-essential notifications during work blocks. A common reason for busy unproductivity is unclear priorities. Without a clear roadmap, it's easy to drift and work reactively, putting out fires instead of making real progress. Studies show that people who start their day by identifying 2 to 3 key priorities accomplish far more meaningful work than people who just react to whatever pops up. Try beginning each day by listing your top tasks or most important things. Have you ever noticed how unfinished tasks keep nagging at you? This is called the Ziganic Effect. Our minds naturally dwell on incomplete work, cluttering our mental space and making it tough to focus. By letting tasks accumulate without closure, we constantly feel busy but never get mental relief. The solution is to either finish small tasks quickly or keep a next step listed for bigger ones. This tricks your mind into feeling a task is progressing and relieves mental pressure. Our surroundings secretly steer our productivity. An environment with constant interruptions, background noise, or physical clutter steals our attention and drains energy. Research finds that even small tweaks, like a designated quiet space, good lighting, or removing clutter, can dramatically improve focus and output. Design your workspace to minimize distractions and support deep work. It might seem productive to power through without pausing, but science says otherwise. Working without breaks leads to diminishing returns, mental fog, and even more mistakes as the day goes on. Researchers suggest following the ultradian rhythm, working in focused 90-minute blocks followed by short breaks to recharge your brain for the next sprint. Don't skip rest, and make sure you get enough sleep each night to restore your productivity. So, if you find yourself trapped in the endless cycle of busyness, remember, you're not lazy or unfocused. Your brain is simply reacting to deep-rooted psychological patterns and modern workplace culture. By understanding these scientific reasons and making small, intentional changes, you can reclaim your energy and become truly productive. Start with just one change, maybe single tasking or sorting your tasks by importance, and notice how your busy days begin to feel more meaningful and accomplished.